Disclaimer: this review contains mature content and is not for kids. You must be 15 or older to watch this video. All credit goes to the people who worked on the game. Please enjoy and don't take anything too seriously. Hashtag Kill All Zombies Review by WolfDog107. Hello everyone, this is WolfDog107 here, and this time I'm bringing you a review for Hashtag Kill All Zombies. Now this is pretty much a 1 to 2 player co-op game where it's just either co-op or you do solo survival or you can do vault defense, and yeah, 3 different modes, and you basically go around in this one map only and you shoot zombies, and there's different perks that you get for leveling up throughout the mode, whichever mode you're playing. And when you level up, you can press the triangle button to get a different perk. And what these perks do, well, it could range from getting better melee damage, getting specific ammo type, reload faster, getting a freaking badass weapon, or getting a random weapon every 10 seconds, or something like that. And I really like the perk system in this game. And it's also kind of a troll system too, to where some perks will give you like a 50% chance on like whether you die immediately in the game or you'll gain 1,000,000 XP. And it just has a 50% chance. And I like the perk system a lot. It's risk versus reward. In a way, but not that much. And the combat, not much to say. I mean, you're pretty much just either meleeing zombies out of your way, or you're just shooting them. It's not much, really. And it is pretty interesting, though, and the multiplayer worked very fine, and there isn't really any online multiplayer. The only way you can do multiplayer is you can just jump in and just leave the other character or whatever be on the screen, and it will just be one player from there on, but the other character will still be there, and you can revive the other player too, which is good. And well, basically when you have a friend, the two of you will be playing the game together, and it'll be all in one screen. There won't be any split screen, and yeah, but yeah, I'd say this game is pretty cool. It's not that expensive either. It's like, I think it goes up to $10, but I don't remember how much I paid for it because I got it a few years ago or whatever. But I'd say it's a pretty good game. At least that's what it seems like. It's not bad for an indie game, but it could have had more to it because it only has one map, and it's been like that for the last few years. And the graphics are alright, they don't really matter too much. They're pretty much what you'd expect for a game like this. The controls were pretty much fine, everything ran smoothly, and I don't remember all the platforms that you can get this game on, but I know that it's on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 from what I remember. I have not seen it on the Switch, nor do I know if it's on PC. But Hashtag Kill All Zombies is a pretty cool game. I'd say if you want to try something random but pretty simple, not that difficult to play, then I'd say try this out and see like how much time you can spend in one match and how long you can last. Because this game, it can get difficult, it can. And you also get boss fights in the game, while there's also just all the regular zombies coming up. And you also gotta like avoid different hex traps coming up, and by hex traps I mean like the different like circling blades on the tubes and whatnot. And then there's like toxic waste barrels, and then there's like random points out, random times where the hexes on the hex flooring will actually like go down into the ground, and then sometimes zombies will be stuck into the one radius within you where the hexes are either down or up, and at that point you gotta really watch your ass at that point. And what's interesting about the health system in this game is that you can have 2 health bars. One health bar will be a white health bar, and then the other would be the yellow health bar. And when you have the yellow health bar, that means you have 2 health bars. But yeah, so I'd say the traps are pretty cool. You get like turrets, you get the toxic waste barrels, and stuff like that. And you can also explode vehicles when they come down onto the map, and you'll know if like something is coming down from the sky when the specific area that it's gonna land in is flashing red. At that point, you gotta move away from the center of the red flash point, and then you'll be fine. And you can also explode these traps and different things and whatnot. And when you like shoot up cars and whatnot, they'll explode, and then you'll be able to pick up random stuff from them, like bonus XP, some health packs, maybe a weapon, stuff like that. Pretty interesting. And the different perks in the game are pretty damn cool, and I like them a lot. They add more variety to this game's combat and its gameplay in general. And that's why I really like about the game. The music isn't half bad either. It's pretty basic, but not bad for a game like this. And I'll give it some credit for that. And yeah, everything ran smoothly. I had no issues. I felt the game was actually really fun, and I enjoy it whenever I play it. It's just that there's one problem. There's no platinum trophy. And I see why. It's just that I wish there was a platinum trophy. Because without a platinum trophy, I don't have much of a reason to play a game if it doesn't have a platinum trophy. If it does have a platinum trophy, then I won't be worrying about that. And the trophies, I don't remember how difficult they were to get, because when I first got the trophies for this game that I got, it was a couple years ago when I first got the game. So, forgive me on not being able to give too much info on the trophies, but yes, this game does have trophies, but there's no platinum trophies, so don't go expecting some amazing platinum trophy that you get from an indie game. But yeah, I like the perks in this game. They're pretty damn cool. Like this one right here you're seeing on the screen. It's a pretty cool like zombie perk where you turn into that giant zombie whatever, and then you're just spinning around over and over and over. Although it's like well, these black spikes whatever form up around you in a radius sort of thing, and then you're able to just kill zombies from there. But with perks like that, when you're like transformed into a monster or whatever to kill zombies without taking damage, then at that point you can't really hit or break any traps or vehicles that are on the map when you're in a transformation perk, because for some reason just didn't allow that to happen. But there's another perk here that'll allow you to blow up zombies with mines that'll land behind you periodically every 2 seconds. And you can also find different spawns for different perks or like weapons and whatnot in the background on the map. And you get stuff like double damage, haste, regeneration, random weapons, stuff like that. And here I get double damage, and yeah, in general I think this game is pretty cool. And I've played some other indie games before. I'd say as for how many indie zombie games there are that I've played, I barely know or remember any, to be honest. But in general, I think this is a pretty fun indie game. I don't remember the price too well, so I can't really comment on that. But I'll have a screenshot later on. Since right now, as I'm recording this first line or whatever, I don't remember what the price is, so I'm gonna have to check it online or whatever. But yeah, I'd say this game, if you want like a pretty fun zombie game, if I remember correctly though, it is pretty cheap, not too expensive. But if it was $10, then I don't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's usually $10, if not $6 to $8. But yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good game, not bad. If you want to try something random, like a small indie game or whatever, I'd say this one's pretty fun. More fun with friends, obviously. And here is Vault Defense. You can Well, I didn't buy any turrets because I didn't pay attention to the controls on how to buy turrets. But yeah, Vault Defense, a pretty cool mode. Basically, whenever you start Vault Defense, you have to defend the vault, obviously. And you gotta defend it from the zombies. And there's also a perk in this mode specifically where you can make the hexes go down around the vault so that the zombies won't be able to hit it. And then once the hexes go back up around the vault, then the zombies will be able to damage it. Now, what's interesting about the perk system in this game is that there seems to be perks exclusive to this one mode, which I find interesting how they actually decided to put some more variety into the perk system. So yeah, in general, this game's got a pretty nice perk system in general, and I like it a lot. It works pretty well, and you get some pretty funny ones too, some troll perks and regular perks and whatnot. But yeah, I think this game is pretty fun. And you see that I'm losing health there. Well, the reason why is because in Vault Defense, whenever you're losing health randomly, it's usually because the zombies are attacking the vault, and when they attack the vault, you lose health. So you have to hurry back and kill the zombies before you die. And so it was a real challenge to make sure not to let that happen. And so that top zombie right there that just started attacking the vault, after I killed the bottom ones, he got to it, and then I didn't see him until the last minute, and then I was able to kill him in time. And so I had to heal and shit, and yeah. But yeah, I like this game a lot. I think it's pretty cool. If I'd recommend this game, either I would or not, then I'd say I would. If you're looking for something small, nothing too serious, whatever, just looking for some fun, I'd say pretty cool. It's pretty cool. As for more of a full-blown indie game, it's not too up there. I'd say this game is just, if you want to go for something simple, nothing too crazy, and you just want to have fun, that's what this game is. You're not going to be getting a story, you're not going to be getting some really in-depth combat. All you're going to be getting is shooting zombies, using different types of weapons, different ammo types from the perk system in general, stuff like that. And you get 3 different modes, which is single player, survival, vault defense, and cooperative. Cooperative, basically local co-op, which is local co-op only. There's no online multiplayer, sadly, unless you do share play on PlayStation 4, although it kind of sucks ass. But then there's Vault Defense, which I already talked about, and then there's regular survival. Now, I'd say this game's pretty basic. There's not that many stuff going on, but what's there is there, and I appreciate it. I think that each mechanic in the game is pretty damn cool. I think that that this game deserves the credit on where it's due, because for this game to have a really in-depth system or mechanics such as the perks, I think it did a pretty good job in that regard. Even though there's not much else going on, I feel like the perk system does make up for it a little bit. Not too much. But yeah. I also really like the different weapons that you can get from perks. Like the alien weapon right here is pretty cool. You also get like spray gun, a flare gun, pretty cool. You get machine guns, M60, stuff like that. And you get the 4 base weapons, which are a shotgun, a pistol, an Uzi, and a revolver. Right there you see that there's a shotgun spawn. But I'm not going to pick it up. And usually whenever I play this game, I like to go with the Uzi or the shotgun. Sometimes I'll go with the shotgun first, or whatever. And another cool thing about this game is when you first spawn in the center of the map, you'll see a specific amount of weapons that have spawned. Either sometimes there will just be one weapon that spawned, two weapons, three or four weapons that spawn in the center of the map right when you start the game. And you can choose from any of those weapons. And there's only one weapon, then just pick up that weapon and the match will start. And it's pretty cool how they did something like that. So yeah, this game, it's pretty much RNG heavy, but it's not in a way to where it's aggressive towards the player makes the game unfair. It's pretty much the opposite of that, and it is pretty RNG heavy, but it's done right. The RNG system for the perks is pretty good, and usually you do get some pretty good perks out of what you can select out of 4 perks whenever you level up. And sometimes you'll get the bad perks, but you are given the choice of picking which perk you want to go with, which one you want to go with in terms of like how good is it and how bad it is, and which one you think is the safest, which one you think is gonna be the worst if you choose it. And I like how in-depth they went with the perk system. I think that this airstrike one is pretty cool. You'll see different airstrike missiles coming down, and when you actually get hit with your own airstrike in this game, you don't take damage from it at all. So that's a good thing that they took note of that. And another thing I like about the perk system, because the RNG stuff, I'd say in general you don't get too many bad perks. I'd say most of them are pretty good, and I'd say they're all really cool, and they give more variety and diversity to the gameplay. And that's why I'd say I like the most about this perk system. And yeah, I'd say the other RNG system is the traps and like vehicles, like when they'll be landing, where they'll land, and whatnot. And there's also the random events that occur throughout your match, and by those I mean like whenever a boss spawns, whenever a vehicle drops down, or whenever hexes on the map will go up or down, and how it'll do it. And sometimes when the hexes go up, it'll form a wall, and if you have a specific weapon that can cause explosive damage, then you can shoot it at the hex barrier, and it'll make the hex go down, and then you can get through in that pathway again. And right here you see that the hexes are now going down after they just went up. I like that kind of system. It's pretty interesting. And then you also get different things that'll drop down onto the ground, like flaming vehicles, metal pandas, anvils, stuff like that, and even 16-ton weights. And those things, they're going to take forever to shoot down. Mainly you're going to want to focus on shooting down the vehicles and the small traps, like the turrets and the barrels. And that stuff you're going to want to focus on shooting, because that stuff won't take as long to take down as the bigger objects that will drop down onto the map. And there's also the chance to get a good spawn of a weapon or something out of those different objects that you can shoot down faster. As I mentioned before, you can get stuff like haste, double damage, regeneration. You can get shotguns, Uzis, revolvers, and pistols. And you can also shoot the turrets to just whenever you shoot anything in general, like a vehicle or whatever, it'll explode, and zombies that are within that radius of the explosion will go down. And there's also the nuke perk in the game, to where if you go with the nuke, it'll nuke all the zombies around you, and you won't have to worry about them until more come by and whatnot. And some of the different bullet types in this game are poison bullets and ice bullets, which are pretty cool. And ice bullets will slow zombies down, while poison bullets, I'm pretty sure, will just kill the zombies a lot more quickly, I think. And There's the exploding waste barrels, which will just immediately kill zombies in that radius and turn them green. And there's not just regular common zombies. There's also exploding zombies that have like a spiked bomb balls on their head or whatever. And when they carry those spiked balls that are supposed to be bombs, you can shoot them, but they'll take a lot of bullets, like a bullet sponge, but not for too long. And then when you finally kill them, they'll explode, and any zombies that are next to that zombie that has the bomb on their head, they'll die within that radius of the explosion. So I like the zombie variety, although there wasn't too much of it. There's the regular skinny zombies that you're always going to be fighting no matter what. There's the somewhat taller zombies that are a little bit more large and whatnot, that will take double the amount of bullets to kill, or double the damage to kill. And then there's the bomb zombies, which will come up and will require you to deal even more damage to them in order to kill them. And so I really like the different variety stuff going on within this game. Like I said though, there's not too much. The multiplayer is only local, sadly, so there's no online multiplayer. Don't come in thinking you can do online multiplayer with someone from Australia and then you're somewhere in Japan or whatever playing this game. It's not going to work like that. It's only local multiplayer and somewhat online if you consider PlayStation's SharePlay service, which doesn't really work half the damn time. But yeah, I think this game is pretty decent, not bad for what I got out of my money's worth. And yeah, I really do dig the sound effects. I thought they were pretty good for an indie game of this size. But I feel like with this game, I was expecting a lot more, but at the same time I feel like the perk system and the RNG system made up for it. And there is some shitty moments right there to where you can die right when the hex that you're standing on will just go down into the ground and then the game fucks you over like that. But it's a rare occurrence, so it doesn't happen too much. So that's pretty much it for the game. I'd say that it was a pretty fun experience throughout the whole thing. There wasn't much to it, sadly. I'd say if you just want something simple, to the point, not too long, just pretty much as long as you're like, I don't know, just I'd say it's a pretty fun game, pretty chill, nothing too special, pretty simple, but it's actually fun, has some depth to it, some variety and diversity in some of the mechanics and some of the systems in place, and I think it was a pretty fun game. And yeah, anyway, overall, after going through the game, nitpicking it and praising it for what it's accomplished, I'd say overall the pros are fun gameplay, short to the point, and the perk system is really cool and diverse. The game actually has some depth to it. And then for cons, I'd say lacking in content. I'm trying to think. Not too much stuff going on, and one map only. Only 3 modes to play. Local multiplayer only. There's no online co-op, sadly. And there's no PvP mode either, so that's even more disappointing. And then the occasional gets boring a little too fast sometimes. And yeah, but that'd be about it. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty cheap game to pick up. I'm gonna look up the price right now, actually. But yeah, I'd say it's a pretty damn good game. If you're just looking for something simple, straight, sweet, and to the point or whatever. And yeah, but anyway, this has been with Dog107, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And my review score for this game would have to be a 5 out of 10. So yeah, peace out, Wolf Dog out. Enjoy my future content, and look forward to the next review I do.